Namaste, angels. I'm going to do the weekly reading, and I have a message for at least one person already. It has to do with relationships. It has to do with a masculine that is returning, possibly a Virgo, an Aquarius, or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This masculine is ready to do whatever it takes. That's the message. He's showing up, he's returning, coming back, reaching out to contact you somehow to let you know that he is ready, willing, and able to do whatever it takes to make it work this time, to make sure you guys win this time. I saw the star, so it's also a wish come true for somebody, prayer being answered, right? Dream coming true. It'd be somebody you met on the internet or through some kind of like online dating or something, with the star showing up. Also, the hermit. So the hermit, as it relates to love, tends to be an ex, right? That is coming back to like reignite something. I have the King of Cups here in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse can be somebody who is, yeah, you can look at it in a negative way and say that he's like unstable, whatever. But a more positive way is somebody who's willing to do whatever it takes, again, to achieve their goal, to risk it all. And this could all be being brought on by the Virgo full moon, because that's today, 2/24/24. Actually, today's date is 2/24/2/24, right? Because the year is 2024. So just like cancel out the zero. You look at the of the other numbers, 2/24/2/24. Anyway, yeah, so I have at the bottom of the deck the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so that's who's ready to risk it all. I'll show you what the card looks like upright, and it's like a dragon. Looks kind of like a Chinese dragon. And I think this is the year of the dragon. Um, and this is still the Lunar New Year. So there could be something, some kind of message in that for someone. I actually have a breakfast to go to tomorrow that is a Lunar New Year breakfast in Chinatown. So maybe there's a message in there for me that I haven't gotten yet. Behind that King of Cups in reverse, again, it's ready to risk it all. You know, it's like take my money, my house, and my car, like Jodeci said. For those of you who are too young, just Google "Fiendin'" by Jodeci. This is the Knight of Cups, who's immediately behind the King of Cups. Again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And it could be something about birds of prey, maybe specifically a hawk or an eagle and or horse. I mean, these are things that could be important to somebody. A beach or water. But then the Knight of Cups, you know, knights, they are the action for me. Like pages are the messages and knights are the action. So this one is taking action. All right. And so we connected with this King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups. This is somebody who, again, taking action, whatever has to do with by any means necessary. And the next card is the Ace of Wands. So not only is it a new beginning, but like fiery new beginning, passionate. This person wants to maybe, you know, get intimate with you. And it looks like actually, if I turn the card upside down, that kind of looks like a full moon. I just heard that only the one line must be a full moon. It's a Brandy song. Maybe listen to the lyrics of that. I don't know what the lyrics are. If that resonates with you. Maybe you have a connection with somebody that communicates with you through music. So the next card is the Two of Wands. I won't keep going, but the reason that I thought this is because as I was shuffling the other cards that I saw, again, the Star, the Six of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and then the ones that I just showed you. So a message of love. Looking at the top of the deck, we got the Nine of Coins, so somebody is single. It looks like in this card they are eating a watermelon. So this could also have some significance for somebody. Maybe also looking at like the head wrap. It looks kind of like a crown, or what we call a crown in the black community. Could be having something to do Muslim, maybe even like Palestine with the watermelon. Somebody may have a love that's there. Again, maybe you met somebody on the internet. Hmm. Watermelon can also be about abundance. You know, it has a lot of seeds, has a lot of water. That's how like actually slaves used to survive and stuff from watermelon. You know, it's like a stereotype now for black people. They would eat a bunch of watermelon and chicken. But one of the ways to survive when you're working in the fields all day is by eating this fruit that was like pretty much all water. So there could be something with that, maybe hot weather, maybe being from the south, also possibly color orange could be significant to someone. We also have the King of Coins, or King of Pentacles. I think we had him last week too. And so this person, because we also saw the Hermit. Again, that was one of the cards that I saw when I was shuffling. And the Hermit is typically, in as it relates to love, an ex that's returning. Um, and he's been coming very slowly, or maybe is currently coming very slowly. Perhaps again brought on by the full moon in Virgo. King of Coins is a Virgo potentially, or a Taurus, or Capricorn, or someone like into those traits and attributes. Very stable, a provider, a protector, somebody that wants to really make a home for you guys together. And again, with the Six of Wands, you know, this is like a winning combination, a winning situation, a winning scenario. And with the Star in the Nine of Cups, this is something that you've really been wanting. Got the Four of Wands, I'm sorry, Four of Swords in reverse when I just opened to shuffle again. And the Four of Swords is a part of like needing space or a break or vacation or to think something out, you know, to make a decision. So with it in reverse, it's kind of like, you know, we're done with that. And the decision's been made, and now it's time for justice to be served, you know, for something to work out in your favor. Again, you're winning. Um, Another situation that doesn't have to do with love, perhaps, um, could be a legal situation that maybe somehow also involves emotion, so maybe like family law or something, and there could be a payout coming with that, with the Nine of Coins, the King of Coins, the Ace of Wands. So again, a fresh start. Somebody could break away from a situation in legal, have it go your way, be in your favor, and then you actually have, you know, some money or some sort of um, order, you know, the equivalent of money. You get, you know, some material something. But I think for most people, if that message was for you, it has to do with love. I just now, after shuffling, open to the Lovers and the Fool. So again, somebody willing to do whatever it takes. More Aquarius energy, also now joined by Gemini with the Lovers. And Libra with Justice. So air signs, water signs, and earth signs. Very strong here. So the Devil, that's the earth sign again. Capricorn. Let's cut these. I don't think if there's any other scenarios. Suppose it could be something with work too. Maybe a job that you like, something you really wanted to do for a long time. Maybe you're breaking away from another job that you weren't happy with and you're starting a new one. And it is something like where your heart is, like, you know, the job of your dreams or work that you really would want to do. You feel like it gives your life meaning or whatever. And you're getting an opportunity to do that. Now at the bottom of the deck, Major Arcana card, the Lovers, which again represents the sign of Gemini. And I'm going to pick some cards for the week, beginning with Monday. And it is the Four of Cups in reverse. So getting into the time of sitting around, wallowing in self-pity, not doing anything about whatever your situation is, not realizing that you do have, two cups that are standing up that are full, even if some others have spilled out. All right. Um, so when it's upright, it's about just, oh, woe is me, nothing's working out for me, and you're not realizing that actually you do have some stuff to be really happy about and to be thankful for in your life. You're ignoring that and you're just crying over spilled milk, as they say. But within the reverse, it's like, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, as they say, and like, I can't just sit around crying anymore. I got to get up. I got to do something. You want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Be the change you want to see, like all those kind of things. So that is Monday, an opportunity for that. Tuesday, the Knight of Swords. So Tuesday, there is a decision. It is in your favor, or there's some sort of communication that is in your favor. There's some action. You receive a letter. You receive a phone call. You receive, again, an order from a judge. You receive good news from a doctor. This is some sort of communication, and it may come through a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Knight of Swords upright, very positive card. If it does have to do with love, this is somebody, again, that's taking action, that's really serious, and they're not going to be that turtle anymore that we saw on the King of Pentacles, the King of Coins. This person is moving fast. So now we got another horse now. It's a white horse this time, like as it that's like the typical like romantic thing, coming in on a white horse, right, to swoop you up. This guy's gonna come in through fast. So even if um it is an earth sign, it is somebody who has previously been moving slow, it's like now they're saying, okay, I gotta get up, get out and do something. I gotta take matters into my own hands. I gotta take action before I perhaps lose this person, or I gotta let them know that I'm ready to make a return. It's been too long. I took a break. There's a song like that too. Can it? Oh, Michael Jackson, or Jackson 5, when he was small. Can it be I stayed away too long? I just heard that for a second. Did I leave your mind when I was gone? Um, there's another one by Stevie Wonder. The one that I heard in my head just now was the Jackson 5 one, but now I'm reminded that there's a Stevie Wonder song that says something like that too. Stay too long. Oh, okay. So that could be something too, because this is again about a message or information or something that's coming in. Here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. That could be the message. But again, in that song, there's something about, I forgot how it starts, but it's something about I stayed too long. I don't know. Now I'm wondering if your love's still strong because he took a break and it was for too long. So that is Tuesday. We heating up right away. So on Wednesday we have Temperance, Major Arcana card Temperance in reverse, represents the sign of Sagittarius most directly. Um, for me, in most tarot decks, it also brings in the energy of Aquarius because there's a water bearer. This is like different. This is not a water bearer. I don't see any cups in this deity's hands. Are those cups? No, doesn't look like cups. Um, only the foot is in the water here. So I'm gonna say that this is the energy just of Sagittarius. So now here come the fire signs or fire energy. Well, we had that already. We had some fire energy, the passion with the Ace of Wands. But again, this temperance was in reverse. So there could be some sort of imbalance that we're having to deal with on Wednesday. Or maybe there's like differences that you're needing to work through or move past. Um, I don't know if you guys watched that show, Love is Blind. I didn't watch the last season at all, but I just watched this one. I think I watched like the first season, the fourth season, and now the sixth season. Um, But one of the things that came up was there's a young black principal. I think he's like 25. I don't even know how he's a principal already. But a young black principal and a young white teacher. I think she's probably 20 something as well. And they had been paired together. They chose each other in the pods or whatever they call it. And now that they're out of the pods and they're together, a black female contestant, whatever you call them, on the show that's paired with a black male talked to the black male in the interracial couple and said, like, do you think that this woman is prepared to raise black children? And got him thinking about all that kind of stuff. And so that can be something like what's coming up here. Different religion, different race, different economic status, or level of popularity or success or something, and maybe we're having to think that through or deal with that. If it's not in a romantic relationship, it could be in another situation in your life or another relationship in your life, familial, with a friend. Something is imbalanced and we're wanting to work through and like maybe put our differences aside, negotiate something. Could have to do again with those of you who have a legal situation. Maybe there is something that continues after Tuesday in terms of, okay, now that we got this information, now we got to like decide if we're going to, settle out of court, figure something out, come to an agreement, whatever it is, and work out some kind of contract. So then on Thursday, we have the High Priestess, which is more water energy as well as that of Gemini from your Major Arcana card 2. And in a lot of decks, it's like Roman numeral 2, so it looks really Gemini-ish. But this one, I don't know, this one's giving me more Pisces because I see the new moon in the card sitting there above her, and she just looks very, no, I'm just getting some real psychic vibes here. She looks very mysterious, I'll say. Um, so yeah, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, in that order. Um, as well as Gemini energy. But whatever the case, this could be having to do with the difference because sometimes the high priestess, as it relates to love and relationship, can be about an older woman. I guess it could be an older person in general with a younger person, but especially like an older woman and a younger male can be with the high priestess. High priestess also somebody who is very attractive, very mysterious, and getting a lot of attention. So if you're single, that could be coming up for you. Also, of course, receiving intuitive messages that could be connected to a scenario, one of the scenarios that we discussed already here with the other cards. So you could be getting messages, seeing signs, synchronicities, universe asking you to pay attention to that sort of thing and put it all together. Again, hearing songs that may mean something, lyrics to songs, getting all kinds of message, through different than clairaudience and, clear, cognizance and, intuition, whatever it is. But again, for most people, I think it does have to do with relationship because we have the lovers on the bottom, and behind the lovers, we have the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Wands, of course, has long been the twin flame card, the tarot. I know new people are saying that it's the Four of Wands, but I've been reading for twin flames and soulmates and stuff now for like 8 years. And back then, before all these new people popped up, it was always the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands. And in this card, you see, this person actually has like two heads. It's like sharing a body. It's like two people in union, forming one. They're not exactly the same. You look at the staff. This one looks metal. So this is also giving me like air and earth. A twin flame couple, air and earth. But then you also have the red, so it's like the fiery. But here's the metal, like the swords. Here's the wooden staff. And although it's like a branch that, you know, should be dead because it's disconnected from a tree, we see that there's growth here with the two leaves. So there's again something is there's a new start there. It's something. Behind that is the Queen of Cups upright. Okay, the mother of love and emotion. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy once again. Okay, Friday, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. The Three of Wands upright tends to be about waiting for your manifestations to come in. And, sort of like seeing your ships out on the horizon. They're coming in. So you know that, you're almost there. You're almost to the finish line. Or you've almost actually brought in whatever it is you were hoping to bring in. And then can be a card of patience. It's like just a little while longer. And this card is a little different than the traditional. We have this woman climbing up a ladder. So it's like she's almost to the top, almost there, but it's in reverse. So we can say maybe somebody had to start from the beginning. Like they were just about to bring something in, and they fell back down to the bottom, and they had to start over. Maybe that's why, again, if it was a relationship or something before, and it didn't work out, or for whatever situation, even if it wasn't the relationship, if it was like the work we talked about, the job, whatever, that could be why it's slow, right? The turtle, because you were almost at the top, you were almost to where you wanted to be, and then something happened to delay you, and you fell back down to the bottom, and you had to start again. All right, so now we're back on our way. We're on our way back up. That is Friday. Saturday. Saturday, we have the King of Wands in reverse. This could be another person that's coming in. This is what it looks like upright. There's a peacock on the card. Peacock can be a sign of pride, ego, right? So somebody, maybe a fire sign with a lot of pride and ego. He's like not happy right now. He's in reverse. Could be somebody letting down that guard, releasing some of that ego that they've always had. If he's another man that's like in your life, or I shouldn't be saying man, because it doesn't have. It could be a woman. It's like gender neutral. I'm looking at the gender that's on the card, or the name, the title denotes, king. It seems to be a man, but it could be a woman. Apply it, how it fits, if it fits. Don't force it, to yourself. In any case, if it's a second person, he's not happy. If it's the same person, if this is this, if this is the Hermit, this is the King of Coins, if this is the King of Cups in revert, from the beginning, if it's all one person, then this person has been through a lot. And maybe they used to be really, really cocky, and they used to have a huge ego, and they used to be, too full of pride, where they weren't ready to risk it all, like this King of Cups is. But now they've experienced so much in their life, that they've learned a lot of lessons. Maybe while they were on that break, now I'm hearing the Stevie song. Could it be a sailor? Yeah. Oh, I just lost it. Anyway, I lost it. I heard it for a second in my head. Um, But while they were away on their break, while they were, you guys were in separation perhaps or something, while they were trying to find themselves, maybe, whether that involved, being with somebody else or other people, you know, and, a long time, a little bit of time. I'm feeling that this, if it is an ex again, it could be somebody that you've known for a long time. I really am getting a long time, but I don't know. It could be anything. Whatever the case, however long he's been away, or you haven't been together, it hasn't worked out. Um, and again, thinking about that slow moving turtle coming toward you very, very slowly. In that time, he's learned a lot of lessons, and he's been through a lot of stuff. And as a result, he's kind now. Even if he was an asshole before, because he was as proud as a peacock. Maybe very, very attractive, to like conceited and just full of himself. He's not like that anymore. He's been humbled by his experiences, and not just humbled, but also matured. by his experiences, and so he's a different person now, and that's why he's willing to and risk it all, do whatever he has to do, because he doesn't feel like he's coming from some place where he's like on high and he's better than you, um, or like you should be begging him, you should want him. Like a lot of men have this attitude where there's even like men that are worried about you being after money that they don't even have. You know, it's like how could I be after you for your money? You're broke. Obviously that's not the case, but I don't know. They've convinced themselves. There's a whole group of, there's a whole like movement or like mentality now with some men where um they just think like they're the prize and they should be wooed and all that kind of stuff. I don't get into that. I'm very traditional. I like that King of Pentacles type, that is the provider. This person is somebody. What I'm getting is this person is somebody like the kind of man you don't have to tell him, babe, like I need this, I need that, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. He knows this is a provider. This is a stable person. This is a protector. This is a man. And again, if even if it's a woman, if that's what you're into, this is the masculine energy is coming through. Is that this is a person that handles business and knows how to uh, take care of you, knows what you need, knows how to give you what you need without you even asking for it. It's there. And again, it can be even somebody that's younger than you, um, which I've actually experienced. That was one of my life lessons, I guess. So young, immature, in some ways, and not quite ready in some ways. But, if he's with somebody else now, a younger woman, or in the future when he finds who he's supposed to be with, his person or whatever, he's gonna be a really good man. Because even just when we were dating, um, uh, just again knew what I needed or knew what he should be doing for me. Let's see if I can have an example. Oh, this was the big one. This is the one that got me to actually continue to see him. We went to Atlantic City and my period started. And he had tampons. I had said before we left that I felt like it was going to start or whatever. We went to play cards, so it didn't my period wasn't going to affect anything that we went to do. Um, it wasn't gonna stop us from going. But I had told him, I said, like the way I felt or whatever, I think it's gonna start. Sure enough, it started, but I didn't bring myself anything. He had tampons in his suitcase. He brought me, like a toothbrush. He brought me like washcloth. He had containers for everything. He brought me like freshly blended juices that he had, packed up. Just and this was a really, this is a young dude, or a lot younger than me. But he had that earth sign thing about him, way about him, and just kind of like an old man, even though he was a very young man in many, many ways. Um, and then I had to also understand that he was young. He was legitimately a young man, so he didn't have to be as mature as maybe I would have wanted or needed all the time. Um, so anyway, that could be somebody else's case, and that may be where maybe connected to specific to the fire energy, because the King of Wands primarily does represent the sign of Sagittarius, which would be the mutable sign of the element of fire. And of course, the mutable signs in general, Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, these are like forever young kind of people. Just very youthful energy, myself included, with maybe how I was able to date, a man so much younger than me in the first place, as a Gemini. Um, that just that very youthful energy and sort of, um, you know, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, that type of thing. Anywho, that was what, Saturday? We did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yes, that was Saturday. And so now this brings us to Sunday, and it's the Hermit. So the Hermit is somebody who he might be a Virgo. Um, most directly represents the sign of Virgo, and he's somebody who has, been into solitude. So now we have a white buck. Before there was a white horse. This is a white buck. I think this Virgo full moon is the snow moon. And I am getting like, white as snow. His fleece was white as snow. Um, from this snow moon. There's a message about the snow moon coming through. But in any case, the hermit is somebody who's been, he's been in solitude. He's really been thinking things through. And Virgos, represents the sign of Virgo. Virgos are not only thinkers, but overthinkers. So this person has really thought things through. And they thought things through again, and then they thought things through again, and that's probably what's taking them so long while they're moving as slow as a turtle. They done thought this thing through from beginning to end, and any possible scenario that could happen, they've thought about it. Probably in the most negative way possible for a long time, which may have been in part what took them so long. Like, it's not going to work out. Because I talked about this last week, I think, about how when we overthink and we tend to like think our way out of good opportunities instead of into them, because we start thinking of all the things that can go wrong. So this Virgo, or this hermit, rather, that may actually be a Virgo, um, is somebody who has thought things through. And now they are coming out of solitude because they're ready to take some sort of action. So, again, if it has to do with love and romance, which I think for the most part it does, they've thought about what they want with you. And let's see if, okay, well, this is kind of like a lot. 3 cards fell out together. They are the Chariot. This person may want to travel with you or move with you. They want you to move in with them. And I do like this Chariot because it's actually like a card of motion. Like in the traditional tarot, for example, the Rider-Waite, the lions, the Sphinx, they're like down. They're not. So it's like the Chariot's about to move, but not yet. This Chariot's in motion. This Chariot's moving. He's on the water already. He's on the way. And it's giving like that King of Cups that's coming, that won't be stopped. And whatever he has to do, he's going to get there to you, and he's going to make sure that you know how he feels and that he wants to make some sort of commitment with you. Oh yeah, speaking of commitment, that's one of the other cards that I saw too that I don't think I mentioned, the Hierophant, which represents the sign of Taurus most directly. So this is about moving in. It's also a card of victory and success, winning. So again, if there's a legal situation or some other situation, this is coming out on top of that situation. The Nine of Cups is also back. That's one of the cards that flew out. All right, Nine of Cups. So Nine of Cups can, you know, for love and romance, very, very positive. Again, something that you dreamed about, that you wished for. Things are working out as you wanted them. And the Rider-Waite tarot, I don't always feel like that because the guy in the Rider-Waite tarot, he's like sitting there like this. He's like very smug and stuff. But this one, she's getting what she wanted. Okay, and she's very happy. So if you were waiting for a yes or no answer to something, so again, for those of you who are looking at it in terms of like a job, you're waiting for, did I get the job? Again, the answer is yes. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have um, the King of Coins. We have the Ace of Wands. So a brand new, successful, abundant start. We have the Six of Wands. And the last card that fell out just now is the Ten of Swords. So this Ten of Swords is upright. So it is a card of pain, betrayal, but I have to feel like, I mean, based on the cards that it came out with, I have to feel like this is in the past. It might be in the very recent past, but in the past nonetheless. Um, I actually don't think it's in the very recent past, but even if it is, it's in the past. And it's a real thing. I mean, this is showing up to say that like somebody went through some real tough times, whatever they were. So if it's a long time that you've been out of a job, that you were low on money, or that maybe somebody that you had a relationship, a romantic relationship, or a friendship, or somebody in your family, like there was betrayal, there was hurt, heartache, heartbreak, lies, just all kinds of stuff that's not nice, and just felt like 10 daggers going through your heart, right, or through your back, and maybe that's part of why there's been delay too, because you or they or both had things going on in your lives where there was this energy of pain, experience very painful experiences, or maybe you had painful experiences together, and that was part of what drove you apart. Again, for some of you who there's more than one person involved, that King of Wands again represents somebody else. That may be from where the pain is coming, but the fact that it's a 10, it's finished. And if we add up these two cards, there were three cards that came out. Of course, the Chariot, has a number too. It's Major Arcana card 7. But if we add up just these two number cards, we end up with 19, which equals 10, or 1. So again, it's like a brand new start. And if we want to add the Chariot to that, to the 1, and Chariot is Major Arcana card 7, then we have an 8. And 8 is a number of abundance and infinity, right? So like success, positivity, winning, winning. And let's see if there's anything specifically attached to the moon, a message. It's Two of Wands again. With the Two of Swords now at the bottom of the deck. So somebody is coming to a crossroad about a situation in which they really need to have faith so they can make a concrete decision. The bottom of the deck, we have the Star. So again, this is something that you want. This is a wish. You already know what your decision is, but you've been in fear about making it. Again, maybe because you were hurt, Ten of Swords. But this is something that you want to move towards. And that's what we have for the week. Let's see if we have any advice. Let's do the masculine first. Card just fell out. I now have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Masculine may be spying, as they say, online, or just watching online, maybe trying to figure out if you're seeing someone, if you're not, before he comes in. The card that fell down is the Ten of Coins. So again, this is a card of security, success. If it's relationships, this is like a real commitment, maybe even marriage. We saw the Hierophant before marriage. This woman here in this picture is hugging like from behind this man that really looks like a dog. It's like, so it's giving me like best friend kind of vibes, but also maybe in a romantic way with all these kids. So this is somebody who you may have again emotional connection to, romantic connection to, but also who's going to be a friend, who's going to be dependable, reliable, They may be trying to get information on you as they plan to move in. Or masculine, this could be happening to you. Or you could get some information, you could, that causes you to want to, you know, have this. Again, Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And then for the feminine, 2 cards came out. Ooh. We now have the Devil upright at the bottom of the deck, and Capricorn energy, and the Snake. This could be who put the 10 swords in your back and why you have fear. For the feminine, we got the 4 of Cups upright and the Page of Cups upright. And the Page of Cups is an offer. It's a small offer, something to put a smile on your face, make you feel good. Could be a message, like, of love or something. But with the 4 of Cups, again, you're having doubt, and it may be because of the 10 of Swords. Because you've been hurt before, and maybe by the same person that's coming to you with this offer. So, in summary, for the most part, for most people, there's a romantic situation. It is having to do with somebody who you've been with before, who you've been romantically connected to in the past. Things didn't work out. They may have hurt you very badly, and or you may have just been hurt in your life in general very badly. But you want this. You want to be with this person. It is a wish come true for you. It is a dream come true. You've imagined being married to them. You've imagined, being provided for by them or taking care of them. Or you've imagined being the provider for this person and taking care of them and, being secure, having a very stable and prosperous family life. You can see it in your mind's eye that this would be like the best relationship ever. This is truly your soulmate. This is your twin flame, right? This is who you want to be with, who you're meant to be with. And something kept getting in the way before and keeping it from happening. And that caused fear. And that caused you to not want to come together because what if I get hurt again? But at this point, the masculine in particular has experienced so much and also wants this so badly that they've learned a lot. They've learned to, again, act maybe with humility, to release fear, to look past differences, age, race, size, economic, whatever, all the things, the religion, things I can't even think about. And there's still a little voice on the shoulder saying, don't do it, you get hurt. But the voice saying, the voice that's coming from here, from the heart, is much louder. It's saying, go for it. And that's the one that he's primarily listening to, the one that says, do whatever it is you have to do to make this work. And if you can have faith, because remember how many times we saw the 2 of Wands, if you can have the faith that's needed here to make this happen, you are going to be successful. 6 of Wands, Chariot, 10 of Pentacles, right? You're going to be successful, and this is going to be an awesome situation for you. So if it doesn't have to do with love, if you're single, if you can't think of an ex or whatever, don't force that on you. Again, this can also have to do with maybe like starting a new job or having a legal situation that works in your favor, or combinations of all of these. I hope that you find it helpful, that you enjoyed. Namaste.